Yes, here we go, right in the coop with Frank and Derek. Cheltenham week, know how much you love horsing.
Yes.
And supposedly you're hung like one, so he's been watching.
Yes. I was going to swear. No swearing.
He's been
saw
watching
me
it.
Temple during was it last week? When did you do?
Temple.
I had to turn it off after about 30 seconds. He was giving about Yahoo, wasn't he? Aye. Could be player temps.
But the band, he's banned it.
You don't swear, do you?
No.
Absolutely not.
On a picture do.
Alright, any tips for the viewers for Cheltenham since your coupons are hopeless?
Keep their money.
No, I didn't say it. William Hall sponsoring it. Come on.
No, listen, it's good. I go to the racing. I love the racing. I go there and always have a flutter. But you just be careful. It's one of them. It's always in moderation. It's good fun.
Correct. What a
It's good.
sensible
All the
point,
boys are doing. My West Ham teammates are there now. Because they've got a horse named after me.
What's it called?
Cotty Machiavelli Goal.
That's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it?
Big mouthful. So it's not ran yet. So it's just down there. They've got it at Cheltenham with the other horses of the stable. Kim Bailey.
Right. Okay.
Big stable. So yeah.
So look out for that horse. We'll get it on if it comes.
Yes. You'll not forget the name.
What about you, Derek? You
I was thinking of a horse and then Marine Ashers, man.
I know.
You're breaking its teeth in front of you.
I've not heard that one before. There we
Where
go.
is that horse?
There we go.
Right, on the football.
Swimming this morning.
I've been working all week, there you go, so I've no time. I maybe catch up a wee bit today.
Okay.
I graft him, mate. Right. Staying on the theme, mate, we're going to go horse shit. Your old team's result against Aberdeen. Biggest game of the season for Rangers. How disappointing was the performance and result?
Well, it was disappointing, wasn't it? And you expect the players to step up to the mark. But again, you can look at it, credit to Aberdeen. You know, they went there with a game plan. Their players, most of them, put in a real good performance, but you expected a bit better for Rangers. When Lewis came into the house later on the night, I didn't know where to strangle him or cuddle him, because it's a hard one for me, Mark. For the boys as well. For me, I want Rangers to do well, and then obviously I want him to do well, and then because I sat with my boy. And after it, we were deflated and thinking, because the league, is a toughie, but when he came in, and he was still buzzing, so he was for the result, so his brother glared at him and eventually gave him a wee cuddle, but for Rangers, I don't get it, because when you're at Rangers, I think even Gerrard said that, you expect your big players to turn up on that night. It was most important game of the season, and for whatever reason it never happened, and you've got to handle the pressure. That's why you're at Rangers. I think now Gerrard will be looking at some of them and thinking, he's probably thinking before this, we've got guys that can handle this. I'm thinking he's not so sure.
One week and not do it the next.
I
keep having to go at players that's at Aberdeen who left Celtic. I'm not going to name them, but you know what? They couldn't do it every week, so that's why they're at Aberdeen. And no disrespect to Aberdeen, but they can get away with a lot less up there than what they've done at Celtic and Rangers. So when you're playing for Rangers, all of a sudden you see players and you think, they're not a bad team. And then next week they're just bang average. And you can't do that at a big club like Celtic.
When the pressure's off, sometimes they put in a performance. That's not good enough. You've got to do it when it matters, and it matters all night.
You've got to put a performance in.
The fans, they chucked it as well. 10 minutes ago, quite rightly so, because they expected more than that, and it was a huge disappointment. But again, give credit to Aberdeen. Going to Celtic Park, getting a draw. And I was one of the guys. I was one of the guys that thought their chance was going to Tawdry, because they had a couple of opportunities, but no. Well, they go and obviously they're out here against Celtic, but I'm just hugely disappointing for a Rangers perspective.
And his man Lewis as well, another semi-final for the boy. What a season he's had in contention for a young player.
He's got more than his brother, his uncles, his dad, his uncle.
We mentioned the boy Dean Campbell as well, 17-year-old.
Brave Fidel as well.
I thought everyone was having a go at him because he left Stewart out of the team, and I thought, well, you know what? I'm a great admirer. I keep talking about it. I think he's a good manager. I really do think he's a good manager. And I think he left Stewart out, and I thought, whoa, what's a wee bit? But the boys that come in...
They went with energy. Stevie May up top, the boy Dean Campbell.
Certainly done
for
that.
A 17-year-old, really disciplined.
Brilliant.
McLennan as well, 19-year-old, great energy. Willing to track back in a wide area, they stepped up to the mark, didn't they? Young guys, so that's why the questions posed to these seasoned pros at Rangers. What happened there?
We see boys losing the ball and chasing to get it back. I mean, that's a dying breed now. Yeah. So these young boys, Derry's got that installed in them, and they'll go far in their career when they do that, because it's a big. You see some superstars, lose the ball and they don't chase back and nobody says anything to them.
Did you chase back?
All the time.
Did you, man?
No, I was a grafter.
Grafter?
I was a grafter.
He ran about like a madman.
I was
Did
a
you?
grafter. Got the ball back and then shouted at somebody.
And then chased everyone on a Saturday.
But you
got the
mentioned
ball
it
back
before,
and
didn't
shoot
you?
it,
You
yeah.
mentioned about like Charlie Nick.
Yeah.
You played with, Charlie.
I went to
Didn't he
every-
that side of the game? That's what he did.
Because Rangers' second goal, Lewis and another runner.
But a wee give and go on it. And
Nobody following the runner.
Nah.
Just the basics of the game, isn't it?
That's it, and at times you've got to do the dirty side of the game, and I think that's where Aberdeen were prepared to do that the other night. Rangers fell short, big time.
You mentioned Dale as well, you say how much you rate him. We obviously didn't want to lose him for the Scottish game, but surely he's going to be linked to a big job.
Well,
come the
I
summer.
think he went and spoke to a couple of clubs and he's refused. And quite right, he went to Sunderland. He would have done well at Sunderland, same as Jack's doing, but at the time it was a different ownership, so he would have been sacked probably. No, but that's...
It would be the club was going
The
then.
club was going to be sacked, and he'd have seen that. He's a clever boy, so he'd have read the signs, and it's good to go. It'd be good to go there now, Sunderland, because they've just sold 40,000 tickets for the
Wembley final.
Cup final.
Brilliant.
Incredible, wasn't it?
Played there a few times.
At Wembley?
Yeah.
Nah.
No, you've not. Yes, I have.
But when I play games, there's always people watching us.
You've not played at
It's not a
Wembley.
charity game. I was
You
in the
never
squad.
played
I was
at
in the squad.
Wembley,
Never get in.
After the show, I'll let you know what the dressing rooms and that were like, lovely.
Oh, I've seen the dress. I
played
was in
at
the
Wembley
squad.
as
I was
well.
in the squad. I just never got on.
I played at Wembley as well, come on.
Never
It
got
was
on.
under 15s right enough. Scotland Schoolboys.
But Rangers, where does that leave the morale for the rest of the season? Can they still go for the league realistically, Derek?
I think it's a tough one, innit? You've got, it was a big game coming up at the end of the month, you know, against Celtic. Can you beat Celtic a couple of times? I'm not so sure. And the doubts in my mind because of what happened the other night. Because when it comes to the crunch, this is where you've got to give credit to Celtic. When it comes to the big games, more than often
Grind out
they
results.
turn up.
If they don't play
and
well,
that
they still
was
get
that,
results.
that. So that's the real worry. So I think it's a big ask now, to be honest with you.
Just on Aberdeen, can they beat Celtic in the semi-final? Got a draw at Celtic Park last weekend.
But they can, yeah, but I don't think they will.
Why?
I think Celtic's... I mean, I do think Celtic, as Derek said, Celtics turn up and play more. And when they turn up and play, they've got better players. So, if they turn up and play, the only team that's going to beat Celtic is themselves. It's just what teams turns up because they can turn up and wait before the teams, as they've shown in the past. So, and they've been chopping and changing as well, and they're still getting results. So.
Yeah. Okay, just one last one on Rangers. Kelly this weekend, another hard game. You fancy them to do the
I
business
expect
against
them to
them?
win. And the reason being because, I mean, we had a wee chat about it before we've come on camera. I think in a way the pressure's off. Is this a do or die game? No, they need to win it. Of course they do, to try and keep in check with Celtic. So when that wee bit of pressure's off, I think you'll get some of the players that go out there and they'll play well, they'll express themselves, and I wouldn't be surprised if Rangers get a good result. But it's too late in my opinion because the cup was huge for them this season and they never turned up the other night. So, but I would still expect Rangers at home to turn over command. It'll be tough, don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? Stevie Clark's, as we've said often before, will go there with a game plan. But I think Rangers will just have a wee bit too much. But it's just the disappointment. It's just because it's that I feel that players at times when they're at certain clubs when they're under pressure, they fail to perform, and that's what happened the other night.
Okay.
It feels like I'm more delighted his boy beat Rangers than what he is.
There's a shock.
Go on, Lewis.
Lewis for a young player yet? We're going to get an open goal campaign.
I think so. I
don't
think so,
care.
I think so,
I'm
I
not
think
bothered. Do you know
It's not
something?
something he can answer, but I think he's in line for it anyway, that's for sure.
We weren't even, we've not even spoke about it at the start of the season. It was a great move for him. We just wanted him to play games. He surpassed that, and under Derek McInnes, he's progressing. That's what I want.
And you're surprised how good he is off the ball as well?
He's a bit of I was going to say an
Team
animal
player,
off the
team
ball.
player.
Aye, he'll play instructions. I said to you before, he's got a good attitude, and see if he was asked to man mark, he can do that job as well.
Peter Grant like was
Oh, we're talking about Grant. Granny's a better player than you give him credit.
No, Granny was a good player. I like Granny. I like
What
Granny.
are you
I
saying
do.
off camera?
But still wind him up. He winds himself up. He just wind him up. He used to point one way and put it the other. You've got to get used to it. He said the wind.
When they used to pass it.
Even signs his head, points at everybody and blames everyone. He still sends his emails not Peter the Pointer.
Brilliant. Right, another great manager, Craig Levine.
Yeah,
Hearts
the
into
only
the
one
semi.
done me any good last week. Brilliant, well done, Craig. Brilliant. Proud of you.
But into the semi-final, what a game against Inver.
brilliant.
Is there a realistic chance of Hearts winning the cup this year?
You think so?
You've
tipped him.
You tipped him,
Weeks
didn't you?
ago, months ago.
Months ago, aye.
Aye, well, listen, the big boy. We can talk about refereeing again because the big boy was like a handful. Him at YouTube.
Pizzo.
Yes, bless you. Him. He's one of them. But he's just doing like a boy like that to get down.
I don't know. I think that's the first time I've seen him going down easy. To be honest.
Well, I don't know. That's the first game I've watched him because he kept sneezing and all that. I watched him and I thought, you know what? He's a big handful and he bounces off people, doesn't he? But
Decent.
he's decent, but he doesn't have to do that. I mean, the game's gone soft, isn't it? You can't do things like that. And then it's hard enough for the referees. So, but I don't know. I don't know.
Contact in the box. Would you go with it?
No, I score. That's time my feet. Andy Walker said that to me once. He was commentating and he said something about he created a hurdle, and I'm going. He says you would have wanted a penalty. I said I'd have stayed my feet and scored. I mean, the guy didn't have to go down. So what's happened with because I certainly I wouldn't have went down because I didn't take penalties. No chance of me getting down. So it wasn't for me. I'd have stayed my feet, go to goal. If I didn't get a goal, then I'd have wanted a penalty.
But good performance for Thistle as well. Should have had a penalty, I think, a couple of minutes to go.
But for me, I think it's important now that Thistle got on with the job of staying in the Championship because they've still got a bit of work to do. And they had a good performance, so they'll take a bit of confidence for that. But
he was getting pelters when he came in because he never won a game for a long time.
He was struggling.
And he's struggling, and then all of a sudden he's turned it around and they're playing decent football now.
Well, you know the Championship, do you think they'll start?
I think they will, with the skin of their teeth, because I know at Alloa, I took Alloa at the start of the season, basically because they're a part-time team, but they've been excellent, so they have, it'll be a scrap and a fight, so it's not about but it's not about good performances, it's about the attitude, fighting and just getting over the line, so you can talk about nice performances. That'll count for nothing because when they get back to the grind, they've got to get that have that metal about them and just to get over the line because can you imagine 2 back-to-back relegations? That would be an absolute disaster. And again with Big Jerry at the helm, Jerry Britton, he's in there as chief exec. Got a lot of time for Jerry, and so I just want. That's what
changed it since Ruffy been on the board. He's there every game now. My God. He's changed it.
So you blaming Ruffy?
Since he's walked in, they've won a game. Done better, haven't they?
Right, okay. Celtic, your team. Were you surprised about the lack of cutting edge against Aberdeen last week, especially after Rangers slipped up the night before?
Yeah, of course it was. I thought they looked a bit lethargic, and I didn't think they. Yeah, well, listen. I said last week that Aberdeen were going to go by game plan. They'll be trying it out for the game in midweek against Rangers, and that's what they've done. They just contained. But I think they missed McGregor when he's not there. That wee pass somebody to open up like you.
There's the wee boy Henderson in there who's decent.
I know, but he's
still young.
Still very, very young, and to play 2 and 3 games in a row, I don't know if you take him out and bring him back, and I think you could ruin him back. But you need somebody to just maybe.
Aberdeen are hard to play against.
I know.
You know that. You can see that. Derek McInnes he's cute and he's clever. He's got that game plan, and his side are really disciplined and they're solid defensively. So they're hard to
make it easy when the forwards come back. Just want everything to feet. It makes it easy for defenders. I don't get that. No turning and running out the top. I just don't get that when there's all that space. And.
Look at Liverpool last night.
As a manager,
2 balls over the top, 2 goals.
As a manager, I think, what happened to the days? There's all that space playing it.
Yeah, okay. Celtic's next 2 games, Dundee away and Rangers at home. If they win the 2 games, is the league over?
Could win the league at Celtic Park, couldn't they?
I'm in a good mood this morning, by the way.
I think Kilmarnock, if they win at the weekend, it's a dodgy one. I think there's a big. I mean, Derek doesn't think so. I think there's a lot of pressure on Rangers this weekend because that's all they've got left. The supporters, listening to radio shows and all that, the supporters are demanding that they go put a challenge in for the league because they can't do nothing else. They can't just say it's finished. They've got 8 games, 9 games left or something.
Yeah.
So they can't do that.
Listen.
They can't do that.
And the fans will not allow them, but if we're realistic and we're honest with ourselves, I think it's too big a ask. But no, if you're in
we want to win every game
in front of the punters, the one thing it's demanded of you is 100%. Yeah. But the questions we're asking is, can you handle that pressure? And evidently it looks as if some of them can't.
The biggest problem is people don't put the shift in. I mean, everyone keeps talking about it. We all know in football, you put a shift in. Supporters, if they see you trying, everybody's entitled to a bad game. But if they see you putting a, as we call it, a shift, working hard, shutting people, it doesn't stop you from shutting people down, putting people under pressure when they've got the balls, so that they've not got a 40-yard pass easily. You just put them under pressure, and the supporters see that and they'll appreciate that.
And you didn't think Rangers players are doing that?
No, I didn't think so. I didn't think they were shutting anyone.
At times I don't want to single out people, but there's my boy will watch this later on, and he knew I was dooming up watching the game against Hibs because the one that Tavernier, the foul against him, which saw the end of the box. By the time Hibs got up the park, it was 17 seconds before the ball was put into the back of the net.
The boy standing on his own.
And it was in Tavernier's position. Candace was back there trying to cover for him, but how does it take you 17 seconds? Me and him could cover
and he's quick.
In 10 seconds.
We could do it really, but he's quick.
And you see the caption on the telly, him jogging back into position. You don't jog. I mean, we're no defenders, but we know what a defender does. When you're not in possession of the ball, you get goal side as quick as. And I looked at it, and so I know what he's saying, like, kind of, is he getting everything? Well, there you go, that could be an example. 17 seconds it was. You can be back in there in 8-9 seconds.
So what is that? Is that just lazy, or is it a mentality?
I see when Chris Morris or Rogie, when I played with, they turn bomb forward. Somebody from midfield would cover them if they lost the ball, and I'd go back into midfield. Maybe immerse. So they're getting covered all the park.
Even if they're covering you, you still
get back. He should. I mean, Morris, when you're playing these wingers that go forward all the time with pace, and why not go the same pace going that way?
Back the way. Gerrard don't stand for that, surely, boys. No.
I think he's disillusioned at the moment, isn't he?
You think there'll be a big if he does stay, Steven Gerrard, next year? You think there'll be a big
I think he'll
overhaul in the
stay.
summer?
I mean, we've got to remember it is his first year in management, you know, and he's going to make mistakes. But he's probably sat there and thought, I've got the players in place that will do the business. I think he's kind of thinking, have a go at them, and I'm not so sure now. But he'll be there
to pickpocket defences, and he's not doing it. He's no, whether it's because he wasn't playing as much down there, he's needing time. But we all know you don't get time at Celtic and Rangers. So
who's that? Defoe, sorry?
No, not Defoe. Davis, the boy.
Oh, Davis.
Midfield. He came to unlock defences, and he's unfortunately.
I think
he's a good player.
Come up from down south and they're surprised at how quick the pace is. You're playing up against a Lewis who doesn't give you a minute.
It's 100 mile an hour.
I was so sharp when I was at West Ham, and the manager said I was unfit.
The example,
I've got 28 goals. I was like, unfit.
The example of that was Joey Barton. When Joey Barton, he couldn't believe the pace and the aggression in our game. We forget about that. But
the thing is, I used to say the players down there thought they were better than you, so they gave you a chance to get the ball and try and beat them. Up here, they say, I'm not as good as them.
Or they clatter into you.
They just come through you, simple as that. So that's the difference.
Tough. Okay, at the bottom, Dundee take on Celtic. So how vital is it St Mirren get someone at St Johnstone?
Oh, and they were unlucky the other night, you know, losing the game.
A draw would have been a decent result for them, wouldn't it?
I thought it was a terrible game though, wasn't it?
But the weather was horrendous. But again, they guys are still fighting, biting, scratching for everything. So again, that's they'll take a bit of confidence for that. Dundee, I don't think Dundee are going to get anything against Celtic.
No.
So for me, you know, Dundee, St Mirren, I'd be looking at Dundee. I think St Mirren have got a wee bit about themselves now.
I know.
Right.
For some reason. And Dundee.
Do you think that's down to somebody's criticism?
St Johnstone's a good team up there at Perth, don't they?
Although they are struggling just now, St Johnstone.
No. So St Mirren will be a right good game. You going there?
I'm doing the Hampden game.
See going into the top six, bottom six, is it a psychological thing if you're on the bottom and when you're in that, or does it not really matter?
I think you just got to, I think managers just got to say, look good. And, listen, you need a bit of luck as well when you're down there fighting. You need things to go your way, and to win trophies as well, you need things to go your way. It's just a bit of luck, and sometimes when you're down the bottom, the luck doesn't go with you. And it's just nothing you can do, but it's just something that happens. You've just got to fight and scratch, and even when you're playing bad, you've got to grind out results.
Yeah. Accies are a funny team, as you say. Great performance against Aberdeen, and then Brian Rice absolutely slaughtered them for the Motherwell.
Quite rightly so. And I was at that game side, but Motherwell were absolutely, they were top draw, so they were, but they were just blown apart. You don't know what you're getting for Accies, but they always come up with that big result. We always talk about it, and I think what they've got is because in their armours, they love proving people wrong. All the pundits, everybody has always got a Hamilton going down, so you just never know what you're going to get.
No.
I wouldn't be surprised if Hamilton win against
Hearts.
So it was unusual to see Brian Rice angry, because he thought he was looked as if he was that guy who was quite calm and assured, but I think he lost it a wee bit because I think his players never turned up, certainly in that first 45 minutes. That's
You
somebody in the
seen him
Hoover.
angry before?
Ricey?
Aye. Did you know that
On the
type
park,
of guy?
aye, on the park when I played at Falkirk, he got angry, yeah.
Did he?
He did get angry,
What, did you
aye.
not pass him the ball?
No, me, just when I shout back at him. No, he was a good player. He was a good player.
Forrest and that as well, wasn't it?
Aye, he was decent.
What was
decent
so
player.
good about Motherwell? Was it Hasty and Turnbull again?
The youngsters. aye,
Turnbull's
youngsters.
for me is a class act.
Great
I love
Who's the one
watching
that's
him.
going to Rangers? Who's that?
Hasty, pace
scored.
and power.
I know. I don't know if he's going to be. He's going to be there to replace Kent. I like the boy Kent, but I don't know. if he
He's
can
got
replace
pace
him.
and power, but the other boy, Aribe, played another wing.
He was meant to be outstanding, wasn't he?
The first half, some of the things he done with the ball were brilliant. But again, and I mention it all the time, B. Campbell as well, who just sits in there in the middle of the park, going, allows like Turnbull, Hasty, Aribe to go and support men up top. They were excellent. The football that Motherwell were playing at the moment are second to none.
But Hasty, you're saying about Rangers goals for wide, which Kent doesn't really give
He's
you.
only had a couple of games. I mean, I think he could. He'd be better. I mean, he may not make it at Rangers, so he'd be better having another season.
I know, but why not give that a
will.
bash now? If you...
Well, give it a bash, yeah. I just think.
So your advice would be stay at Motherwell?
I think he's only had many games. He's only had 20
Just
games.
keep him this
I
year,
think
aye.
if you get the opportunity
I know that,
to
but
go
you're
to
going to get a
Rangers,
game.
a Celtic,
You're going to get a game.
maybe his
Many
wages
people-
are going to be...
Yeah, but you're going to go there and you're not going to get a game. That's what. If I was advising him, I'd say, look, unless you're getting a game, wait till you're having that season, become that good that you're going to walk into the first team. You don't want to go down or go across the Ibrox and not get a game, be stuck just with somebody else.
That's why it was such a tough decision
I know,
for the young
I
guy
know. Great
because
point, mate.
I
we've
know.
got to remember he was out on loan
I
at
know.
Alloa, was it
Aye.
Airdrie? But
Never
again,
never got a
you know,
game there.
when a contract's put in front of you, you know,
I
and it's
know.
more money and it's a chance to go and train and have the opportunity to try and get into a Rangers
Yeah.
side. You know, if it was me, what would I do? That'd be a no-brainer.
I know.
You'd
I
be
would
there,
take-
aye.
aye, of course,
I know,
I think a
but
lot of
it's-
people do that. So
I stayed at St Mirren
It's
for
difficult.
5 years and then I went down and I was ready to go to England.
See, when you were at St Mirren, did Celtic come in for you at the time
Aye,
your team?
aye.
And you said no?
No, they signed Judas, I mean more.
Right, we'll end it there. On to the cooking. Who's want to go first?
Go on, it doesn't make any difference, two's a hopeless.
what's this I'm hearing? You're doing a cooking down in England and
Did a
all?
cook in England, by the way.
Have you seen some of the names that are in it,
I'm
mate?
top drawer.
And you're top, what you said?
I was top right up to last week.
What's happening here then?
This is the results here. The results here. You think I do win, then they get absolutely battered. So,
So
right.
you were on top and now
on.
someone else is on top.
Someone
Sounds like a
else is
on top,
Saturday.
aye,
Yeah,
that's
Sounds
it.
like-
Saturday's start, yeah, somebody will be on top next week, but no, just keep piling them on.
Right, Derek, you can go
Let's get
first.
back to football. Let's get back to football.
Aberdeen versus Livingston.
It's been a great week for Aberdeen, you know, going up against the old firm, not been beat, so going into that game with a lot of confidence, albeit Livingston had a good result again. Aye, it was a surprise for me, so again, I think it'll be a wee bit tighter than people think, because Aberdeen's home form ain't great, but
Especially against the low teams.
aye, but I think they'll have a wee bit too much for him. I'm going to go with Aberdeen.
Okay.
Happy with that,
Happy
Mark?
with that, yes. happy
Rangers
with
versus Kilmarnock.
Says earlier, I think a wee bit. As I say, we talk about Mark is saying there's pressure on. I think it's off a wee bit because they're chasing Celtic's tails, aren't they? But they're going into that game, and I just think at home, I just think they'll have a wee bit too much. And I tell you what, an angry man, Steven Gerrard, quite rightly so they'll need to go out and prove it's something to the manager at least. But Rangers to edge it.
Are they playing for their future at the club now?
Of course they
You
are.
think they are?
And so they should be. Every game that they put on that jersey, it should be the case that you never know if it's going to be your last 90 minutes. But they've got to appreciate where they are. Sometimes players don't; they just take it as a given. So I would be hoping Gerrard would be getting that message across to them, because if you want to be part of something good in the future.
Jermaine Defoe said that, but I don't think he gets it up here.
Maybe Jermaine Defoe.
Aye, he's saying you're part of something that's for the future, and I'm going, well, you don't get that kind of future.
He'll
up
be
here,
another
you know.
one that he'll realise
Oh,
how
aye, I
big
think
Rangers
so, I
are.
think
As
so.
is when guys
I know,
go to Celtic as well, and they start to go, wow, what's this all about? So that's, I think, why he's coming out with their comments.
Okay, Hibs versus Motherwell.
It's going to be a cracker. Again, you would think Hibs at home, you know, would maybe be favourites, but I'm going to go with Motherwell just because of that performance. The first 45 minutes, I watched that against Hamilton Accies. I thought the two wide men, Hasty, Aribe, and the boy Turnbull and Campbell in the middle of the park. You know, and they're quite solid at the back. So I'm going to. I fancy Motherwell because they're chasing that top 6 spot.
Okay, and Dundee versus Celtic.
I'm going to go with Celtic. I just think going up there, Dundee. You know, they're fighting for life. They'll give it everything. Celtic get too much quality, too much pace and power in their side. Big Burke, what do you think of him?
I like him. I didn't think he was a centre forward, but he's doing well.
Would you push it? Would you pay big money for him?
I don't know. I think he's getting him another year loan. He's not getting a game out there, is he?
No, I suppose
So I'm
you're
saying
right.
he adds to that pace and that power up
I don't know.
top. So, and if they're saying of McGregor, I don't know if he's.
I think he's going to buy it. He's going to. Like if Lennon stays, he'll buy it at the end of the season.
Okay.
Celtic too strong. Celtic.
Okay, Frank, Aberdeen versus Livingston.
Going for Aberdeen, I think we'll cruise that. I think we'll take a couple of Livingston.
so?
I think after that, you know what they've done.
Tough week for them though. 3 hard
I know
games.
it's a tough week, but listen, that's what you want. Going to Glasgow and
At
beating
times they
Rangers
struggle.
and getting a draw with Celtic. You're up there, and the home fans are going to be demanding that they start doing it at home because we keep on about it. They should be beating teams like this. There's no way they shouldn't get a result at the weekend. So they're better than Livingston. If they turn up and play, they'll beat them.
Yeah, okay. Rangers versus Killie.
I'm going to go for a draw. There you are. I think
You're doing it.
I think Rangers are. They've got to go. They've got to. I think they've got to go for this. And Stevie Clark will know that they've. You know, I don't take this that they've not got any pressure. The pressure now is they've got to win every game, and I think they'll go battering it, come on it. And I think Stevie Clark's cute enough to maybe hit them on the break. So I think, you know, I think the first 20 minutes they'll shut the fans up, and then we'll see what happens. I think it'll be a lot closer anyway than what they should. I mean, normally they should go out and beat them, but Kamara's beaten them the last couple of times, isn't he?
He's got a great record.
Great record there. So is everybody else right now, but anyway.
Hamilton versus Hearts.
He's enjoying himself too much.
I'm going to go for my old pal Craig Levine
You
sorted
take your time now, haven't you?
Big man, aye.
Changed
We
the
had
relationship.
a wee lunch and sorted their things out.
Why are you going Hearts? Too much for just...
Aye, I think the boy Icky Peas here, whatever you call him, the big boy up front.
He's a difference.
I think he's a handful, you know, and defenders, as I kept saying, defenders find it easy when people come forward. He gets the ball and he just batters people about and knocks them about, and defenders don't like that. They've no, it's a throwback, and defenders aren't used to that. They're used to people coming, getting the ball at the feet, laying it off and turning, and he just gets the ball and backs into that big backside and backs in and just turns and runs at people.
Okay.
So I think Hearts will beat. I think Hearts will beat.
And finally, Dundee versus Celtic.
I think Dundee. Spoke about it earlier. I think they're in trouble. I really do. I think they're in big trouble. A good club. I like them up there as well. But Celtic will be too much for them. They know they've got to go and put this to bed and then set it up for the big one.
How come you like
What's the
Dundee?
connection
I
there?
discovered something up there.
I played with Dundee.
I discovered that it was a terrible night out.
I can vouch for that. No, I can.
I'm from Dundee, you know that, eh?
Are you? Oh, that says everything then, doesn't it? It's up for
My mum wasn't at that night out you're talking about.
But you know, how old's your mum?
Right, cut. Thanks, lads.
Thank you.